Hey guys, Rump here. Just my kids wanted me to show them how to cook, and so I'm starting some videos to help them with that task. Today we're gonna do some pasta. So today's pasta is the penne rigate. As you can see, I have about a half a pound or half a box, almost ready to go. I chopped down. Didn't do it fine chop, so I just did a raw sort of regular chop of red onions, but you can also use regular white onions or yellow, red bell peppers, cilantro, and this is recado, which is sort of a cilantro, but mainly available on the Caribbean. It's also some fresh Parmesan cheese, which I rated a little bit, and because I only have about a half a pound of pasta, so I don't need that much to be great. Now, normally I'm a very fast cooker, so what you're gonna notice is I'm gonna try to do the clips as swift as possible, but normally this will likely take me about 20 minutes or so. There's also a chicken breast which I am about to chop down. Once I do that, I'll post it up. But again, here's the chicken breast I'm going to be adding today. I'm about to cut it. I just wanted you guys to see it. You could do it either with chicken, you could do it with ground beef. If you're a vegetarian, you can just use the veggies that I showed you on the previous clip. I just cut them on that side. Now I'm going to fine cut to make it into cubes. Just want you guys to see in case you wonder how. So here's the chicken already cut into cubes, and it's I'm gonna season it a little bit with some seasons, which I'm gonna add into the next. Here are the seasonings I'm gonna be using. This one is called Maggi, which is a chicken flavor bouillon. Some black pepper. And some Mediterranean sea salt. You can use regular sea salt or regular salt if you want. And if you are diabetic, use a salt alternative. So I put a little bit of the sea salt and the black pepper. I didn't add it in the video because they're grinders, so I need to use both hands for that. But as you can see, put a little bit on. Seasoning is called wasakaka sauce, which is typical on the Dominican Republic. I will be making another video for that, especially for my nephews who love this, to use it, especially when grilling. I'm gonna add a little bit of the hefty, and I'm gonna let it marinate there for about 10 minutes. Some people might like to do this, some people may not. Some people like to marinate things just the meat itself. Me, I like to marinate everything together. Once I add that stuff, the veggies in it, because as I say, I like to marinate everything together. I give it a good tossing. And then wait for about 10-15 minutes so that I can soak up some of the juices. And we'll start the cooking. So I put some water. I'm going to put it in high. And I'm going to wait for that to boil. Once it's boiling, I'm going to be adding the pasta. But before I put that in, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. Just so when the pasta is boiling, it doesn't stick. Now there are people that could use salt, that I would recommend to use a little bit of salt as well. So when the pasta is cooking, it doesn't, it gains a little bit of flavor. And it's not a little bit dull when you take it out and put it into the rest of the mix. It will get flavor at the end of the day, right? Because when you're cooking it with the other stuff, it's gonna combine it. But it's good to have a little bit of a salt, a little bit there, just so when it's cooking on its own, it can get some. Here the water is boiling. I'm gonna be adding the pasta, and I am going to stir it to make sure that it kind of like combines with the oil that I already put in, to make sure that it doesn't stick. I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt because I like my pasta to be a little bit on the flavor side. After adding the salt, I'm gonna go ahead and stir it again. This particular pasta should be ready in about 7 to 8 minutes. So I'm going to put the timer in to 8 minutes. And it is boiling. Now the chicken with the veggies. Set up the burner on high. Gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Gonna wait until that heats up. Then I'm gonna be adding the chicken with the veggies. So I can start. Well, now the oil, it is hot. So I'm gonna be adding the marinade chicken to it. And believe me guys, once you learn how to do the wasataka sauce, the flavor as I put it in, it's amazing. And once this cooks up, it's going to be unbelievably great. It forget to add was the garlic. I was looking at the refrigerator right now, so I'm going to fine chop the garlic and I'm going to add it to the chicken that is cooking. And I only have 2 minutes left on the pasta, so let me stir it to make sure, as you can see, it's not sticking. Oh my god, the flavor on this is amazing. The aroma, it's unbelievable. The garlic, and I'm scooping it. To add even more flavor. Stir it out a little bit. You can put the lid on now, so it can cook a little bit faster. Always using the lid when you're cooking meat, especially if you if you're gonna use the grill or any type of pan that is grill-like. Always use the lid because it will cook the meat faster and ensure that you don't get any sort of raw meat. Well, so like the pasta, I do not strain the pasta, and the reason for that is because I'm going to use those juices, and it's a good thing that I put salt. These juices, I'm going to be adding it to the chicken and the veggies while they're cooking, because for this video I'm not gonna make it with red sauce. I'm gonna make it with Asian sauce that will add even more flavor to this particular dish. There's another thing that I'm gonna be adding is the broccoli. You can either use fresh or frozen. I do not have any particular preference. Chicken is pretty much done. It has been cooking for about 10 minutes. I'm going to be adding the broccoli now. Stir a little bit. Add a little bit more of the juices from the pasta. Added the pasta. I'm going to be using the Asian sauce that I mentioned before. This one is called Original Gourmet from Yoshida's. You can buy it at any of the warehouses, BJ's, Costco. It's available in both, at least here in the East Coast. So I'm going to be adding about a cup. And this will definitely add some additional flavor versus the traditional pasta sauce, the red pasta sauce, tomato sauce that we normally use. Guys, I added the Asian sauce, stir a little bit, put the lid back on, and I'm gonna bring down the stove to a medium to make sure that it finally finishes cooking the broccoli and integrates all the Asian flavors into the pasta as well. Well guys, we have got to the best part, which is when it's served and ready to go. I'll be adding some of that Parmesan that I earlier grated it. And this will be at your preference. I'm a very big Parmesan cheese lover, so I'll add quite a bit. And that's it. That is your penne with chicken, Asian style. Here's a final look at the end product. Chicken with broccoli, Asian style, with a little bit of a chaser. So that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.